Welcome to Biztech's CEO Conversation Show. Our guest for today is Sojung Lee. She's TeamViewer's president for Asia Pacific. Now, TeamViewer is a leading global technology company that provides connectivity platform to remotely access, control, and manage and monitor and repair devices of any kind. Now, since the company's foundation in 2005, TeamViewer's software has been installed in more than 2.5 billion devices around the world. Now, to tell us more, Sojung, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Brian, for invitation. Really excited to be here today.
Now, for a start, Sojung, could you give us an overview of TeamViewer and its history?
Well, I think you already kind of described, but yes, we are providing this connectivity platform. People using our software to connect each other, especially during COVID time, because we provide our software for free for those individual customers as well. They use our software to connect with their friends, families across different locations. But also this connectivity platform connect not only human, not only people, but also machine. As you rightfully mentioned, our solution is embedded in various industrial robots, machines, elevator, escalator, or even projectors in some of offices, so that remotely maintain, monitor, repair, so that they can always provide the best kind of status of services to those customers. And also now, which I'm very excited to share some of references as well, but this connectivity platform leveraging augmented reality in artificial intelligence technology, connecting data, which is happening in the shop floor, which happening in all this value chain across various industries, to make sure those data from frontline workers to improve their operational efficiencies and help them in a way to work faster, smarter, and more accurate way as well.
Now, Sojung, I'm going to come back to you on that because that's really interesting development. But give us an idea of your footprint in Asia Pacific region, and also the industries that you focus on.
Absolutely. So TeamViewer came to Asia about 2011. So we start from our Australia operation. We evolve our solutions to now cater to more enterprise customers. But as we just before share, it was a remote connectivity tools and technology to connect people. So we start from the kind of, like a little bit reactive. Well, I would not say reactive, but yeah, we start from Australia, our Australia operation. And in 2018, when our offering kind of evolved into enterprise segment with the more security functionality, manageability, integration, this and that, we enter into China, India, Japan in 2018 to be more closer to our customers and partners. And I actually joined TeamViewer last December, and we see significant demands and opportunity that we can better support our customers, even in Korea and also in Singapore. So that this year, we actually set up our regional headquarters in Singapore, and we kind of build our Asia Pacific hub. And mid this year, we enter into Korea market as well. So now across all the Asia Pacific, we have a team in place, not just sales, but also there's solution engineers, customer support, and all our backend operations to better support our customers and partners in the region.
Now, the pandemic obviously spurred the growth of remote access services like TeamViewer. It also made, obviously, companies like yourself innovate a lot faster in order to provide solutions for customers. Could you share some insights into your journey that way as TeamViewer?
Sure. So we actually make some of interesting stories during pandemic. So one of the telco provider, one of the biggest telco provider in the region, they also provide this cable TV set-top box. And think about it, during COVID time, we all stay home, we want to watch some nice like TVs or movies with family, that's actually very important kind of entertainment, right? Because we were not able to go out. But think about it, if your set-top box suddenly doesn't work, yeah, then normally people make a call to service center, or they trying to find a way to go to, this the center to fix. It was not easy during COVID time because of course it was lockdown. Not many service center have people actually on the ground, right? But this telco company, they use this remote connectivity technology, which is embedded into every cable TV set-top box, so that when those kind of problems happen, some problems happen, customer make a call, and then technician was able to remotely repair and then fix the problems. So that was one of the story that we saw it. And this story is very relevant to other kind of, maintenance, remote repair cases. Like in Japan, Ricoh is one of the industrial manufacturing company. So they use our technology in their industrial printers. So every industrial printer they produce, our technology is embedded so that they were able to monitor, maintain, their industry printers during COVID time as well.
Now that is really, really interesting. And in some ways for me, as you mentioned this, it's quite a game changer, because if you think of industrial and manufacturing processes, often these large machines, if they go down, it costs millions of dollars in terms of downtime. That's one thing. The second thing is then they have to, in the past, I remember time, you have to fly in people to basically fix the machine. Now with remote access, obviously, plus trained technicians at the customer site itself, you are able to get the machines up far quicker with lower downtime.
And I really like this topic, and you're right. And for that, you probably understand Asia Pacific, especially what we are going through in this region is this aging population, that many experts are retiring, and relatively young, junior, digital savvy kind of workforce entering into the industry, right? And many companies is going through this hiring kind of talent war. Hiring is getting very difficult, but not only that, also quickly enable them to bridge the knowledge gap is one of the key challenge that we are hearing from our customers. And as you mentioned, remote connectivity platform can connect people. Okay, but what is the next, right? What is the next? How can we help those workforce relatively young who just enter into industry quickly being trained and then perform their job in a very productive way? That's where our augmented reality kind of capability introduced. So one example that I wanted to share is another utility company. Well, across Asia Pacific, there are so many utility company, energies, water, this and that. This is the case that I heard from my customer. Now, when they send their mechanics, when they send their junior mechanics to the water dam or water reservoir system to fix some problems, if he or she doesn't know how to solve the problem, normally they take their cell phone, they make a call to senior engineer who is sitting in the office.
Yes.
Difficult to explain because a lot of cables, a lot of buttons. So what currently what they have done was they just take a video and then they come back to their office. So again, they're traveling back and forth. They show what they have record, trying to figure it out. But instead of that, now they're using our augmented reality software paired with smart glasses. So when mechanics dispatch to the water dam, he's taking the smart glasses. He can invite the senior mechanics or his bosses or other water dam, kind of experienced mechanics into his smart glasses. So kind of show them what he's seeing, and then step-by-step guidance is kind of overlay in front of his eyes so that he's able to solve the problem. And Here, another very important thing is our software is integrated to backend ERP system. You probably heard we are doing a lot of the partnership for us is very important. So we are integrate in Microsoft, Google, and even SAP. So as in this case was SAP ERP system, we are already integrated, which means step by step his workflow is already recorded because from quality assurance and audit perspective, this is a very important that step by step, real time, what he have done needs to be recorded in backend system. So this is one of the example that we are helping, especially in this, bridging knowledge gap and help people to fix the problem at the spot, on the spot, so that can reduce this kind of travel time, unnecessary, travel time and that, yeah.
So, Sojung, this sounds really and what you've described, the industrial metaverse, really sounds like something out of science fiction that we would think about 10 or 15 years from now, but it's already happening today.
Absolutely, absolutely, yeah.
And really, just as you were describing it, I'm thinking about the hours and hours, in fact, in some cases, depending on the remote sites, days of time it would save in order to get all these processes not only fixed, first fixing the problem, but as you said, putting in the documentation will then take a whole lot of time. If this is all simultaneously done real time, not only is accuracy improved, you also save tremendous amount of time and money.
Absolutely. Well, metaverse is definitely, we are hearing more often these days. I think Facebook changed their name to Meta. Maybe that's kind of really, really impact across the market as well. But if you think about it, the metaverse, the word itself been in the market for many, many years. I think I read one novel called Snow Crash, and that was already written in 1992. They talk about metaverse with very clear definition of this, the virtual reality, which means is the digital representation of the things, right? So when people think about metaverse, even my son is playing this virtual game, they think about this virtual shopping or virtual sightseeing without going certain areas, certain countries, right? But when we kind of discuss with industry leaders, they're kind of thinking, okay, what does that mean? Because a lot of industry, a lot of manufacturing, logistic, warehouses, services, even utility, actual things happening in reality. They're touching physical objects. Their processes is actually anchored in reality. So for them, how can they leverage this metaverse technology where our industry metaverse using this type of augmented reality software, kind of, overlay into their physical kind of work process, they overlay with the data, overlay with the insight, really, really help them. You mentioned it sounds like science fiction, but those kind of utility use cases, or Coca-Cola, like Coca-Cola, they're one of the biggest, one of their distribution is biggest bottles, you can probably imagine. There are a lot of pickers are kind of doing like a multi-order fulfilling jobs. But previously, what they have done is they have a paper, or they often use tablet with the RF guns. Think about it. They have only two hands like us.
Yes.
One is PDF, the other is RF gun. And then they go and then they do multi-picking kind of, they're fulfilling multi-picking processes. Obviously, there was manual and errors involved, and it was very, very costly because then they need to send back, there's a customer dissatisfaction, they have to make the pallet was really, really cost a lot. So what they have done was 4 or 5 years back, they're using our augmented reality software. So vision picking with smart glasses, hands-free, and step-by-step guidance. Okay, you go here and then you need to pick this item 2 or this item 3. So they can just fulfill, the order. They reduce the error rate to 99 point, sorry, so they reduced error rate by 99.99%. So basically there was no error. So this kind of, industry metaverse use case is actually already out there. BMW, another great example. After service, when we buy a nice car, if something happened, you have to bring those cars either dealership or service center, right?
Yes.
But technicians, again, this is a more kind of challenges that I'm hearing from especially Asia Pacific region, because of experts is retiring, relatively young technicians is coming into the industry, but they probably don't know everything. They probably, they have a little bit hard time to really fix the problem. So instead of, going back and forth, sending junior, senior technician back and forth, what they have done was using our, augmented reality software. And then the junior technician was able to solve the problem with the senior technician's guidance, which is, using the smart glasses. So that was another kind of industry metaverse use cases that we make together with our customers.
Now, TeamViewer is obviously an innovative company. I think you've really demonstrated that. One of the things that you're also doing a lot now is branding. Now, you've invested heavily in sports sponsorships with the likes of Manchester United, as well as the Mercedes Formula One team and the Mercedes Formula E team. Tell us about how you're leveraging on those partnerships in the Asia Pacific region.
Absolutely. Well, it was really amazing. I was able to join F1 Singapore. Wow, it was just fantastic. Hopefully next year, if you're in Singapore, hopefully I can also, invite you to join us as well.
Thank you very much.
Well, we are their technology partner as well. They are leveraging our remote connectivity solution to improve their speed, improve their efficiencies, and improve, their kind of productivity as well. So number one, they came to us not just, we are providing our technology to improve their operational efficiencies, number one. But in this region, because many know TeamViewer as a remote support tool, which we've been here, as you mentioned, from this region is about 10 years, but TeamViewer, many people using TeamViewer to connect people and fix their IT problems. But those kind of sports sponsorship give also very good, provides very good platform for us to connect with so-called enterprise customers, the decision makers. What we have done was every F1, every Manchester United preseason games in the region. Actually, July they came to Thailand. They went to Perth and Melbourne, Manchester United team. What we have done was we jointly host. We did our client experience day where we showcase our technology and showcase our references. Because otherwise people see TeamViewer as free software or is individual or small, medium SMB type of offering, but actually leveraging sports sponsorship, we were able to set up very big kind of technology demonstration kind of sessions together with them, and was able to emotionally and also able to connect with decision makers. And for us, that was really, really great kind of platform to demonstrate and improve our brand awareness in especially enterprise market.
Now, Sojung, you've come into a year as in your tenure as president of APAC. What are the key priorities for the region moving forward?
Better serve our customers. I think with our augmented reality software, so-called our industry metaverse solution, is more catering to industry, such as where the frontline workers are, like either manufacturing, utilities, automotive is another great examples. There is a logistics, so those industry, I truly believe this is the region. There are a lot of great names. They they are based out of Asia Pacific become global companies, so that we are organizing. I truly believe we have a great market opportunity, especially now everything is connected, and especially Asia Pacific market, there is a shortage of expertise. Bridging knowledge gap is one of the big agenda that many industries is trying to solve. So with our technology, we definitely have a great opportunity. And we are leveraging this for sponsorship to constantly communicate and demonstrate what we are doing and connecting with decision makers. So this also really helping us. But what I'm focusing on is building team, building true enterprise team to better support, better engage, and also most importantly, because Asia Pacific is very diverse and dynamic, we can do by ourselves. We need to go via our partner. So we are already working very closely with SAP, Google, Microsoft, but also we have this integration partner like Tech Mahindra, Fujitsu, NTT, but also there's hardware partner because we are software partner, we are hardware agnostic. So I talk about smart glasses, could be wristband, could be various other hardwares that frontline workers are leveraging. So we are working with those hardware partners, integrate and drive the business together. So that's kind of our focus at the moment.
Sojung, it's been a pleasure having you on the show. Thank you very much for coming on the show.
Thank you for your invitation and really appreciate, giving us opportunity. Thanks.
Now, we've been speaking to Sojung Lee, the TeamViewer's president for Asia Pacific. I'm Brian Fernandez, and you've been watching and listening to Biztech's CEO Conversation Show. This interview will be on our website, www.biztech.asia, as well as our social media platforms. It'll also be on our syndication partners, TV stations, radio stations, and websites. Thanks a lot for tuning in.
Thank you.